It's time once again for the HideNet Sunday Night Week in Review. It's Sunday, January 21st, 2017. In North America this week, as we correctly forecast in our U.S. Week in Review report, which we do every week, prices on most selections were firm to higher. 66-68 benchmark Texas steers sold in limited quantity at between $78 and $80 CNF. And the cow sector was also fully firm, with some selections gaining as much as $2. Wet blue steers were somewhat of a drag as supply seemed to exceed demand, but certain selections, the most desirable ones, had no trouble finding buyers at pretty much steady prices, we understand. On January 9th, the Mexico government instituted a rule about all incoming shipments of hides that had to be fumigated according to their standards. So there was a pileup at the border, things backed up, people were afraid to ship. And the authorities in Washington, D.C., which have been busy with President Trump this week, hope to meet next week to try to iron this out so there'll be a normal flow of goods from America into Mexico. And Mexico is a very big consumer of American hides. In Latin America this week, Ronald Guel reports from Brazil that asking prices rose based not on buyer demand but on tanners' cost. There was some fighting over sources of raw hides amongst tanners that pushed up the fresh hides, and as a result their costs went up. Offerings in Brazilian TR1 now at $1.30, $1.35 CFR, but with actual business being done at about $1.25, which is the high end of what it was a few weeks ago, so it's not that bad, but it retards sales. This couldn't come at a worse time for the Brazilian industry because you got Lunar New Year's holiday starting on the 27th, less than a week from now, and that's the main buyer of Brazilian wet blue. In Argentina, business seemed to be more spotty, with some concerns about potential economic and currency changes in the dollar with respect to the American government changes and the Argentinian government. And this is true in other parts of the world as well. Minerva, the big Brazilian company, was also set to acquire a company called Freezer last week, but this deal fell apart for various and sundry reasons, so Minerva will not be able to do that. In Paraguay, auto demand is fairly good, but footwear not so much. TR1 wet blue has been trading between $1.28 and $1.32. In Europe, Andrea Guolo has been busy attending various fairs, but before that, when he reports and tells us about that, but cows remain very firm, but also as in the North America, cows moved up. And in North German, 15 to 24 sold up 5 euro cents to $1.65. French Bretagne, 32 kilos and up, as did Italian and Dutch cows, are also stronger, and the Dutch vealskin market firmed. All the selections were firmly steady, including UK and African lamb and sheep markets. We now have reports of Indian buffalo each week as well, if you're interested in those. Australian wet blue ox heifer prices rose from most selections as well, which they had been going down, which is good news for those sellers. And this week's also report excess coverage where Andrea was on his roller skates going from fair to fair. Expo Riva Schur in Italy, as well as the Cologne Furniture Fair in Germany. All that's available in our European report, and this other information, of course, is available in our U.S. Week in Review and in our Latin American report. But don't forget, we also have an international report every week and a very popular This Week in Leather. That's it for tonight. Don Oshman, thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye.